All right, good afternoon, everyone who is here today with us. Thanks you for joining. We will start in a couple of minutes. Just please estimate the sound. How do you hear me? How do you see me? My slides? And how's your day? Just give me some reaction, please. Yeah, a few minutes to let everyone to join us today. Today is absolutely wonderful day. We have so lovely weather, sun is shining, and the birds are singing. How was your day, guys? So my name is Elena. I'm a product manager and business development manager, let's say all in one. And your first-hand contact who is working with pharmaceutical companies and distributors and chasing their satisfaction, improving our products. So your feedback, guys, your suggestions, opinion, and any kind of advice is very valuable for me. So please feel free to contact me after current webinar. I'll give you my contacts. And let me introduce also my co-pilot, Dr. Medhat Al-Shami, who is in charge of educational part of our webinars, courses, and other activities on our platform. Okay, we appreciate your time, so let me immediately start my presentation. It will take not more than 20 minutes, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. And I will answer your questions after. So feel free to ask me any kind of questions and qualifications, and just write down ideas in chat if you have some. Okay. So let us begin. Today conversation is dedicated to educational marketing tools, Pharma Courses, statistics. I will share with you some numbers, possibilities which we use for native and faultless advertisement of medicine to pharmacists. And pharmacists, yeah, these guys should be our accomplice, associates, right? They are working on frontline. They contact directly with consumers. They may influence on their choices, especially when we talk about OTC medicine and consumer drug and products. So pharmacists must be educated in case the customer is asking for an advice or consultation. They should know your medicine just like you are, and trust it and love it, and be sure in it just like you love your products. So how we may reach customers? How we may reach pharmacists? You may think about sales representatives now, correct? Some companies have the real army of them. That's good. Sales representatives ensure your personal contact and simple human relations. I agree with you. Personal communication, face-to-face meetings are integral, let's say, essential part of sales. Me personally suffer without offline meetings, but lately we all get started to be fine with Zoom meetings too, right? We do not rule out offline activities. As far as you cannot exclude digital communication and the current role of it. I don't want to reference to COVID situation, to the pre-pandemic situation. No, digital marketing was highly estimated much before pandemic. Reducing costs, including costs for representatives, is an aim of any pharmaceutical companies. So how do pharmaceutical companies reduce their costs? Let's talk about educational marketing as an effective cost-reducing way of reaching targeted audience and the way to meet your sales goals. Please ping in chat if you are understanding what I'm talking about. What do I mean about educational marketing? And especially let me know if you already use it and can estimate it in your company. Educational marketing is some kind of mix of useful information for pharmacists and entertainment content. It's increasing trust relations between pharmacy and brand. Pharmacists recommend your brand more frequently as they know it better. They know its advantages compared with other medicine of your competitors. On the other hand, pharmacist managers purchase to pharmacy stock familiar brands more often. It's a fact. Some pharmaceutical companies, maybe you too. So I also asking for your reactions in the chat. If you do already some educational activities to pharmacists or doctors, let me know. Yeah, some pharmaceutical companies already use these instruments, but the uniqueness and benefits of PharmaCourses platform is that we are independent platform. Users come to us by their own, with no pushing from pharmacy managers or distributors. The engagement of the audience is huge. We will see it in statistic data later. And I would like to highlight our background too. PharmaCourses is a part of group of companies under the brand Pharma Global. We have started it in 2016 in Russian market. The idea was to create a space for direct communication between pharmaceutical companies and pharmacists, friendly, open, and effective way to connect these two. We have created few products for pharmaceutical market in Russia and CIS countries. And now our Russian platform is the leading platform in Russia, in the country, I mean, and in Russia and CIS countries, with 65,000 users, and we hold 40 webinars monthly. So being very inspired with such a good experience, in 2020, less than a year ago, yeah, we have decided to create the platform with the same functions, but adopted to the local market. Thus, we launched Pharma Courses. We've had office in Abu Dhabi and connect 14 countries from Middle East and North Africa region. Here you may see the geographical statistic of our users. And I should tell you that this is organic expansion, organic growth. So please be aware that we may target our webinars on particular countries and bring you audience from Saudi Arabia, for example. The total amount of users now is 12,000 people, with 400 users growth each week. Per week we have this growth, and 27,000 unique users per month. I think it's a great result, right? Yes. Few words about our audience. Again, they are retail pharmacists, pharmacy managers, pharmacy owners, nurses, some of doctors, other healthcare specialists. And all webinars are free of charge, and we are always in touch with our pharmacists in chats, in professional chats, I mean, and social media groups. to learn their needs and prepare the most interesting and timely relevant topics. So that's again about our growth. Thereby we have stable audience growth since the beginning, plus 400 people each week, sometimes more. And also the number of attendees per each webinar is quite permanent, 300, 400. The amount mostly depends on topic. And we have 2-3 webinars per week. In total, we already held 76 webinars for now. Here we can see some topics, the examples of topics, and just look at the conversion in the last column, 40–50%. It's a statistic from February webinars, so very fresh, very new one. Let's go into the process of creating a particular webinar. There are 3 steps in the process. The first one is preparing and interesting educational content. We do deep research to understanding gaps in pharmacist knowledge about brands or about particular medicine. So we predict possible questions, predict possible objections, and creating content accordingly. On the second step, we are holding a webinar. During it, you may interact with audience online, just like me, trying to be in touch with you, and follow their reactions and answer questions, talk in the real time, answer objections. And the third step is our work after webinar, and it's a deep work. We analyze all results. You get detailed reports on participants. Also, we may do survey about declared medicine to estimate how do they get the webinar content or courses content. Let's go step by step and see how does it look like, the procedure. So firstly, we choose the medicine and goals, which you set. Would it be launching a new cosmetic and new OTC medicine and new healthcare product on the market, or you are changing the packaging, or you are promoting an existing drugs? So it depends on your goals. And so we advise to pharmaceutical company to do promotion of one medicine during the webinar. An exception maybe if we discuss medication which are acting in combination with each other. And so the important thing, how we approach of choosing relevant topic is ad hoc research. It's a questionnaire, ad hoc research. I mean, it's a questionnaire of 5–10 questions about medicine or brand. It helps to prepare quality content that answers possible questions, objections from the audience before they appear. These are some examples of questions. And then we set a topic. When we set a topic, we start to promote webinars through other social media channels and chats, by emailing. We may include pharmacists which you are in contact already, no problem. We may do targeted campaign by country if you need. if you are currently focused on some specific market or want to launch your products on a new market. Then we choose a speaker. He might be our person or the person from your team. Now we have 11 speakers. They are doctors, key opinion leaders, professional speakers. The webinar might be in English or Arabic. And what do they do after? We prepare slides for presentation and visual things with our designers. And after that, do active promotion through our channels, webinar placement as the events calendar on PharmaCourses website. Please check it. You can see the topics. You can check yourself topics which we have for March and April. What also we do promotion by emailing of our database, posting in social media networks and advertisement banners on websites and in social media. Yeah, all webinars are holding on Zoom platform. And during the webinar, we have possibilities to make surveys, to demonstrate how to use medicine, to reply users' comments, to show the video, and also to connect more speakers. Yeah, like some in-time conversation. Yeah, and after the webinar, you will get a report from PharmaCourses about attendees, their data like name, surname, country, phone number, pharmacy name. And we highly recommend to include some bonuses. We all like presents and bonuses, of course. Some bonuses to increase pharmacists' concern and involvement. The activities could be awards, some giveaway, competitions, yeah, presents, some electronic books or whatever. And yeah, this is the results of ad hoc research. It's really great tool for targeted audience research, really. They had this service as separate one. I mean, we may do it for you without webinar or courses activities. By the way, the range of services which we may use separately or in complex, you can see here on this slide. Due to your company goals, we develop individual complex marketing strategy to achieve corporate revenue growth. Except educational webinars and courses and service testing and ad hoc researches. Separately, we may do emailing on our database. We can do advertisement on our website and our social media because we have a good amount of users in social media. It was in the previous slide, as I remember, it's about 12 or 14,000 users. And what else? We can just develop the educational content for your company, for your own activities, because the ones who already do some educational marketing know what a headache is to make the useful and good educational content for pharmacists. So we may take this part on us. And so to sum up my presentation, I want to list advantages of cooperation with PharmaCourses. It's reaching current and potential audience, yeah, with modern way, with up-to-date way, digital way, analyze of targeted audience, improving loyalty of pharmacists to your brands or to some particular medicine, and driving consumer behavior through the using pharmacist recommendations, and increasing the effectiveness of resources which you spend on medical representatives. So we are very open for any kind of cooperation, and would be happy to meet you in person. In March, I will go to Cairo, to Egypt, for business trip. In April, we will be in Emirates, and after Ramadan, we plan to go to Saudi. So would be happy to arrange a face-to-face meetings. My contacts are below. Looks like they are done. And thanks for your attention. I will check the chat if we have any reactions, if we have any questions. So just a few minutes to give you a chance. Yeah, no, my presentation was rather full and a lot of information and a lot of numbers. So I cannot see anyone who wants to speak to me today, but no problem. I'll be waiting your emails, or just ping me on WhatsApp. Maybe you'll have, it's not about, it's not about only business. You can ping me to give me advices, to share information about pharmaceutical markets. I will be very happy to hear from you. Thank you very much for attention, and goodbye.